The refugees at the East Avin camp come from many different ethnic tribal groups in Irian Jaya. On the day they gathered for the cultural show, the traditional dance groups were enthused by the presence of our camera crew.
For Papua New Guinea, government always emphasize a culture or a tradition of certain ethical group to be preserved. In that manner, being in here among these people in here is only way to preserve their norms, their tradition, is to set up something.
At Ramside, the riverside port for the refugees, one group from the camp had been hired to build a canoe for the camp administration. Another small project is the making of pallets. People are paid to make them. It gives them a small income to help them change their diet and travel out of the camp. The people grow their own food gardens, and they know very well land is limited. They build their own houses with basic material like roofing iron and nails provided for them. The administration is the Provincial Affairs Department, but there is a tripartite agreement. The UNHCR as well as churches come together to help the people. Father Franco speaks Malay to his congregation for Sunday worship. While he is there on a temporary arrangement, the people have been lucky to have someone who speaks their own language. The Catholic Church is one of 4 main churches that have established pastoral links with the refugees.
The government has always kept a line of thinking, so it has encouraged a lot of churches who have their members in the camp to come to do their pastoral work. Like the Catholic Church, they have assisted a lot, assisted the government and UNHCR by having to involve themselves in education and health services.
In many respects, these people are lucky. They get a semi-permanent church building as they do with their schools and aid posts and the sub-health center. The cost of all these are soaked up by the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. This year it had a budget of 600,000 kina to look after East Avin.
They are walking outside the classroom. They are running and jumping. The children are walking.
With 3 schools and the top-up scheme having been introduced there, the teachers, themselves refugees but qualified in their profession, have a growing challenge.
The reason that we build up our school because we're thinking of our students' future.
The community schools, 5 of them, and this year with 3 of them, they started grade 8 3 of those 5 community schools. And this year we are planning to start the grade 9 in the camp here next year.
And the tri-party agreement, UNHCR gives the money to the mission, and the mission implements what it thinks is best for the education for the refugees. So under the tri-party agreement, there's provision made in the budget for payment for teachers' allowance, teaching materials and aids, and all that.
One-and-a-half-year-old Natalie is lucky to be alive today. Sister Cynthia Mikabi has adopted her for the time being, where she works at the Yawara Sub-Health Center. When Cynthia was first taken to the center, she was severely ill with malnutrition. Her mother had died shortly after they arrived in East Avin after crossing the border. Her father, for some reason, had to return across the border. Natalie was left in the care of her grandparents. She is now on her way to full recovery thanks to Sister Cynthia and her colleagues at the center.
The mother died here last year, July. And then she had a severe malnutrition. We had to take her here.
So you are looking after her?
Looking after her, yes, sir.
In East Avin, there is this one sub-health center and several aid posts, manned by aid post orderlies from the camp.
The camp was established, we had a Dutch organization who was here at that time, ZOA. They were involved in coordinating the health services. They had a doctor and a nurse who were here, and they assisted in setting up the health services here. They've left, and Montfort Mission, again of Kiunga, has taken up the coordinating role of that, and it's also under tri-party agreement with the government, UNHCR and Mission, that they coordinate the health services here.